Welcome back, guys, on the BSC. This is George Raw, and today it's for wow. It's just for super wow. It's for the Nightfall AZRAEL Batman from Prime 1 Studio, 1/3 scale. Amazing statue. Impeccable quality. Badass character. Super popping colors. Just a freaking great statue, guys. So happy I pulled the trigger on him a long time ago. And now finally I got that in, and I'm so happy to review this for you guys. So AZRAEL Batman, I don't know whether you all know, I think he started kind of a villain, a bad guy in the early comics, someone in the 90s, I believe, but then very quickly became part of the Bat family. So his alias is Jean-Paul Valley Jr., I believe. That was the first AZRAEL. He's somehow connected to the Order of Saint-Dumas, which is kind of a Holy Grail Order or something like that. Yeah, and so he fights bad guys side by side with Batman, and in the Nightfall storyline, which is also what gives the name to this statue, he is somehow, because Batman is beaten up by Bane, and I think his spine is broken, and he is in full recovery for a couple of months. So AZRAEL is taking over, and he has some kind of different ideas than Batman, how to fight bad guys, and then he develops kind of a even kind of a mental illness or something like that, fighting bad guys with brute force and violence, and finally that is taken down by Batman himself again at the end. Super nice storyline comic. Just can really recommend you to read that. And from that comic, this figure is based upon, and it just looks awesome. So it's so freaking cool and popping in the collection with these colors. Just really over the moon happy to have him here. So let's start off with the base as always. The base is great. It's really large, especially because you have this little guy here on the left side of the base, who is a very large dragon per se. But as you can see, the space is kind of a building structure. I imagine that to be kind of a grave or something like that. I mean, you can see all these little skulls here on the corners, and also on this kind of arc window down here. Looks like a basement window, some kind of grave mausoleum style. And also up here is kind of a building structure, small building, also with skulls all around it. The base, the colors are pretty similar to the ones from the Arkham Origins bases, or especially the base from the Dark Knight Returns Batman, the Miller one from P1. And here are some kind of cable structures here. Really well done all around. pretty similar here in the back to the front. And of course you have this dragon gargoyle body down here, looking really nice. Love this guy. Looks really good. The very large wings, they come off and connect here with pegs and almost go down to the floor. So be a bit careful when applying them, not to scratch anything. So this little fella here looks really good. Very nice sculpt. Colors are really good. I mean, it's nothing very colorful, but the grays and blacks and looks like he's dusty. It's really well done in my opinion. Looks really good. The stone structure is also very, very well done. So the base is really good. It's also pretty light for being that large. So I was worried that this would have a lot of weight again, like other P1 bases. For example, the Miller base has a really, really large weight to it. This one's pretty light, so that's cool. And it also doesn't take away anything from the figure, which, as I always say, is really important to me. The figure has to be the masterpiece. Always. As you can see, the contrast between the base being only one colored, or let's say a black and white color scheme here, to this figure, which really pops with the blues and yellows and reds in the eye, the pouches, and also the little gray at the abdominal area is a really, really nice contrast. Really awesome. So continuing here with the legs, I mean, you all know that P1 delivers super detailed figures, and the sculpt is also always amazing. So you have all these folds in the boots and the pants. Colors are great. The boots are a little bit reinforced here at the front, as you can see, with these kind of metallic looking parts. Some little claws here on the boots as well, and then you have, of course, these very characteristic spikes here on the sides of the boots, which connect with magnets. They are color coded, so you cannot do anything wrong. These are plastic pieces, so you do not have to worry that they would probably break some day, so that's good. As you can see, that's kind of a suit that is merged with the boots, so you cannot really see where the boots end and where the suit starts, so that's all one thing, more or less. Yeah, kind of a unique design. Looks good, looks really like leather, how this is sculpted. And well, I love these blue colors here on this figure. They really look very good. And then you have different texture here and there, and then you have these many pouches here, just characteristic from the 90s, I believe. They put a lot of pouches on these figures. So the Miller Batman in the late 80s also had a lot of pouches around his waist. This one has a lot of pouches here around his left leg. And then moving up, you can see that the pants are equally amazing here. Also at the front part, you have again different textures here. This blue there, these textures here. Very nice anatomy. So he's pretty bulky, but not too much. I like that. Jean-Paul is, in the comics, he really works out a lot, if I remember that correctly. And you can see that, but it's not over the top, so it's not as crazy as with the Miller Batman, for example. Got these spikes down here. Right foot looks very good. There's a really small pack here, just to align that well. And there's another pack down there, a large one, which for mine works well. I heard that there were some problems with others, but mine is fine. What I can see here right now, there's a little paint issue there. I will just see whether I can fix that. Nothing major. And then moving up, amazing. So more pouches around his waist, apart from the front side here, where normally you would have a belt or something like that with Batman. He has nothing there, just a really nice abdominal area. Very nice. 6-pack here. These grays look very muted, but really, really well done. I love that part. And then moving up, these yellow gold tones here of the upper armoring and the shoulder pads. That just pops so much. Looks really, really good. And then this whatever that is, this shoulder upper armor here with the blues, really, really pops. Metallic finish to it, looks just amazing. So this figure really stands out because there's not a lot of figures here, at least in the DC line, that have such kind of color scheme. And you can see that it is even sculpted down there and painted red, which looks so fantastic. You really cannot see it, only from the side. At the bottom here of this shoulder pad, shoulder armor thing, fantastic. These shoulder pads are so well designed. There's really no flow with the coloring at all. Really good. And then of course I love the arms and these armor shins here on the lower arms with the spikes here again that complement the spikes on the legs, and then this really nice sculpt and paint here. Amazing. And then that's the first hand option, and definitely my favorite one is these large claws here. They look so badass. Jesus, they look badass. Look at this metallic color here on the lower side of the hands, and then these claws, they just look amazing. Same for this hand, and the pose is so menacing. I mean, so he's a real nice museum, but also action pose. Really on the fence of jumping on one of his foes and letting him or her know what he can do with these large claws here. Really nice. Love this hand even more, where the fingers are a bit bended, as you can see. Looks so good. Oh wow, guys, I'm speechless. This is really, really great. Can just recommend everyone to get this figure. I think he is on the wait list already on Sideshow and is also in low stock on Prime 1. There were only 250 made of the exclusive version, which this is. This is number 17 of 250. And I think only 300 of the regular, so only 550 of these guys were made. And they seem to be really sought after. So please, 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 if you want him, be quick and get him. Before we talk about the portraits, which are of course a very important part, if not the most important, you can see that the cape is fixed here on this shoulder armoring. So you have there are two magnets here and there, and then you also have two packs in there, where you fix the cape. The cape is this bright blue. It's really thick, very nice fabric. I think that will hold for a long time. It's really well done. Very strong wiring in it as well. A little bit difficult to pose it. I am not really happy with how I posed it yet, but I will see that I find the right pose later when he is on his final display. But that will take probably 1 hour or so to really get this to a position that I think is appropriate. Well, this guy doesn't have so many switch outs, so maybe we start with the hands. So this is my favorite option, as I said, by far. But you also have the option to give him these short claws. One here and one there. This goes in like that. Magnets are nice and tight. Not too strong, but definitely good. And then he looks like this, which is really good as well. But I think the longer and also larger, not that thick claws look much, much better. I mean, this looks great. If I wouldn't have the other option, I would love this a lot as well, but the other is just better in my view. Anyway, so let's get to the portraits. So this is one of the irregular portraits. This is the short-eared one, full mask. No idea how you can breathe with this mask, but anyway. Red eyes, really badass expression. Looking to the left and down, which gives him a really, really nice look. But of course, if you, I mean, yeah, he looks to the side. So if you look at the figure here from the front, so this would be the front side. So he's looking down and left. Really, really good. Takes, of course, a little bit away of the portrait because, yeah, so a little part is hidden here, but it looks badass. I think it's a really, really nice pose for the head. I like this one a lot. So let's show you the second regular portrait, which is pretty similar, but he has this long ears and he looks to the front here from the view of the statue. I think I like the other one more. This looks really good as well. The other just looks more badass in my opinion. All of these heads are really, really well done. The paint is perfect, as is with the complete statue. So as I said, there's no complaints at all with these heads or anything else. So looking really, really good. Let's exchange this once more for the other one. Sorry, because I didn't give you a full 360 look here of this head. I think this is a little bit more badass than the other. Love how you see the ears sculpted in there. Texture is really good. Colors pop, as I said. Metallic. Also love this neck armoring here, which complements the armor here of the chest and shoulder pads. Yeah, love this. So, and last but not least, the exclusive head, which turns out to be one of my favorite heads. This is really heavy, as it should be, because this is the armored head. Look at that. Looks really badass. Has a little bit of the same head position to the left and down, which is great. If you display him from the front, he looks right to you. So very, very cool. As you can see, he has some kind of battle damage all around the armored head. He has this crazy nice red glowing visor. And this just looks fantastic in my view. Again, the colors are really good. Detail here. Sounds amazing. He just has this yellow armor here on the spine area. The rest is gray in contrast to the others that have the gold armoring here, complementing the chest armor. So this looks really good as well, I would say. Alright, so I hope I was able to show you the full picture here of this amazing figure. I am really in love with it. As I said, I can just recommend you to get it if you're on the fence. Don't have any doubts. This is one perfect figure again from Prime One Studios, and I tip my hat to John Farm and all the other guys that make these figures possible. Thank you very much. I will be closing this video out now. Big shout out to Chris, as always, the Batman statue collector. His channel is the best on the internet, in my view. I'm always very happy to contribute to it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, then please like, comment and subscribe. We always love to hear your views on these figures, and please visit our Facebook groups, in particular the Batman Statue Collector group and also the Prime One Studio Collectors group. So thanks again for watching and have a good day. Bye bye. See you soon with another video review here on the channel. Bye.